Hello, myself Zonal Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. In city creation, basically we are discussing one topic that is future creation. In future creation, basically we are discussing about the one topic that is this basically. Mumbai God place basically that is this basically, which is connected with this, and this, and these groups are basically into this business basically. This is one business basically you can say, and this everything basically is connected with this basically. How many time basically it is going to take to attract sea water basically in the Mumbai city? That is 1 second basically. That is 1 millisecond also basically you can say. That is this basically. Entire Mumbai city basically, sorry, entire sea water basically can't attract to Mumbai city basically. Why? Because that basically is missile group basically. That is this many missile group basically say that basically we had drawn the boundary basically. This 1 lakh missile basically is what basically? Border basically. Border of Mumbai city. Border of Mumbai city. Border of Mumbai city. Border of Mumbai city. That is border of Mumbai city basically. So one of the person told that why basically 1 lakh kilometer has taken basically. That there might be some reason basically, right? There might be some reason that basically why basically the 1 lakh kilometer only has taken basically. Why 2 lakh kilometer has not taken? One of the person basically literally asked the question basically. Because he basically told that basically why basically entire Mumbai's entire sea water has not taken. So he told that basically whole world basically is there here basically. One of the person told that. One example basically he has given. Assume that basically in Vadodara city basically there is one lake called Ajwa lake basically. So they basically gives the water to entire Mumbai city basically. So the Ajwa lake group basically is the water supply group basically person basically. He says that basically we have to divide the water basically. Otherwise basically the entire Vadodara city will not get the water basically. He will not get the water basically. They will not get the water to entire. They basically can't give the entire Vadodara city as a water basically. So they have to divide the water basically. They basically sometimes gives 15 minutes water. They basically sometimes gives 20 minutes water. Why? Because the water is up to the limit area basically. Same way basically the Mumbai sea water basically is containing like that only basically. Mumbai city basically is going to get 1 lakh kilometer area sea water basically data. One of the person told that basically. Do you know basically the buildings basically which is created basically? Why basically they are basically standing in the standing position basically? Why they are basically not getting down basically? One of the person basically asked the question basically. Why basically it's like that basically? Then he told that basically that is the sea water basically, which is the basically the power basically. Due to that basically this Mumbai city basically see, not only Mumbai city basically the entire India land basically is standing at the same position basically. Because sea water basically energy basically that is spreading to the entire India basically. So that here basically I am just taking as an example of Mumbai city. Here basically just taking the example of what reason one of the person told that basically here basically can you please tell me basically how many time basically it is going to take to attract the sea water basically of Mumbai, to the Mumbai city. Then basically that is the answer was this basically. But this basically never ever happens. Why? Because this type of matrix basically never gets generates. Reason, missile company basically are always controlling the sea water basically, that is 1 lakh kilometer. But here the main thing is The Russian group basically are connected with satellite groups also basically. So Russian group also basically can't give the guarantee that Mumbai city will not go under sea water. That is the sea, that is the satellite group basically, which are taking the data from here basically, Mumbai land basically, which is created, and here basically this data basically sometime comes, and here basically the old data basically also comes here basically. That is here basically I have taken as a this basically. So here actually here the count is who is modifying the data. Here basically we can say as a modification, and in modification basically we can say as or basically we can say add also basically. We can say as a add also. So data basically of new planet basically, or basically the existing planet basically also you can say. Existing basically planets data also basically. So you can just imagine basically. You can just imagine basically. And lots of people says that basically that's why basically the rich people basically runs from the, they basically just gets out basically from the Mumbai city basically. Gets out basically. Gets, actually it should be gets basically. Get out, not get out basically. Get out basically, that will say that basically अरे भाई चल तो निकल ले रे बाबा. In Mumbai style basically it is called basically चल तो निकल ले रे बाबा. And that basically spreaded to Vadodara city also, because in Vadodara city also basically lots of people says that bhai nikal le re baba, nikal le. And lots of Vadodara city also basically told me that basically chal nikal le re baba. So one of the person told that basically this basically has to get one lesson basically. Otherwise basically everybody will say basically get out re baba, get out. So one of the person told that this is the basically risk basically which they have already taken basically, that is Mumbai city. So one of the person told that basically Mumbai city basically is underwater basically just within 1 millisecond basically. So one of the person told that how that is, that basically how basically that happens basically. This basically is not very magician basically. One of the magician basically only can do this basically. One of the person told that how basically from this whole calculation basically the Mumbai basically city will go underwater basically. Then basically water is actually what basically. One of the person will literally ask the question also basically. The water hai kya basically? Water is what actually? That basically within 1 millisecond basically it get attracts to the entire Mumbai city basically. That is not possible basically. Practically one of the person told that that is not possible basically. But the satellite groups told that basically that is possible basically. One of the person told that basically we want to see practically. We want to verify that basically. One of the Mumbai basically, one of the person basically told that basically we want to verify. And then basically one of the police department basically fired that person through the gun basically and told that basically you want to verify that basically. He basically died actually. Why? Because you can't take the risk basically. You can't take the risk basically, because really this is basically few things basically you can't verify basically. If you are verifying this basically, then basically there are basically lots of people basically who say that basically we want to verify whether you want to shoot basically us, you can shoot us basically, but we want to verify. For that basically the Italy city is also basically created for this type of people basically, that they said that basically they want to verify. So for that city Italy is also basically created, because one people basically was fired, second people was fired from the police department. Then basically they thought that basically they have to verify this basically. So they basically told that basically we will create one Italy city basically. Like this basically they created the Italy. Like this basically they are doing the verification of cities.